because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is COLM McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, here in Dublin, Ireland with Skye Nicolson. Skye, it's been a few months since we spoke. How have you been?
Really good, really good. I've been in Ireland all week, training with the Irish amateur team, which has been a nice change of pace. Good to be back in that team environment. I've really enjoyed it.
In terms of training with the Irish team, it's interesting. A lot of people have been saying that there's a potential for you to turn back over to the amateur game, to go to the Olympics. Is that in the works? Is that why you're training with the Irish team?
You know what? It's obviously something I've been talking about over the last probably year, maybe year and a half. I haven't 100% decided, but right now I am looking at potentially going and doing the qualifying process. The belts are all tied up in featherweight with Serrano. If there was a fight with Serrano likely to happen this year, I probably wouldn't even consider it, but the belt's pretty tied up, so I feel like for me, why not? I've got time on my side. I can go and do the Olympics, come back, see what's happening on the pro scene, but no 100% decision's been made yet. Just kind of dipping my toes in the water a little bit, being back in the amateur system and see how I feel, but I'm considering it.
When you say considering it, does that mean that you're leaning towards going down that route again, having some time back with your family in Australia, doing the qualifiers and enjoying this time that maybe in the pro game that you're not getting that chance at Serrano at the moment because she doesn't want it?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't want to be watching the Paris Olympics next year thinking, oh, I should have gone and done it. So I feel like I need to give myself the best chance, and at the moment I feel like that's what I want to do. Whether I change my mind again, maybe. I've been a little bit back and forth about whether I want to do it or not do it. The ever-elusive Olympic gold medal's always still been in the back of my mind, so I feel like there is a bit of unfinished business at the Olympics. There's a lot of decisions to be made and to think about, but I've got a very supportive team. My team at the iBox are very supportive of whichever decision I make. Matchroom are also really supportive of whichever decision I make. So yeah, it's not a bad position to be in. I've got options. So
we're here for a massive fight week. I'll start with your good friend Maisie Rose. How do you think she gets on? This is a tough fight, right?
I'm so excited for Maisie. I've seen her in the gym this camp. She's an absolute beast. I could see this actually finishing early. And I don't say that about many female fights. Obviously, we don't see it often, but she's very, very strong for the weight. She's very powerful. She's very explosive, and she's very talented. So I could see it potentially finishing in 3 or 4 rounds.
In terms of the main event itself, Katie's coming home. This is a massive event. It's a really tough test, probably the toughest of her career. Do you think the same, and how do you think this fight goes?
Yeah, I've obviously been asked a few times about this. I think it is Katie's toughest fight. I think she probably couldn't have picked a harder fight for her homecoming. I believe it's a tougher fight than the Serrano fight, because I think she would have learnt a lot in that 10 rounds she did with Serrano last year and probably boxed very differently in the rematch. So obviously she's going into new territory again against a very tough competitor in Chantel Cameron. So I'm very excited for Saturday night, but I do think we are also going to see a career best performance from Katie, being back in Dublin, having her country behind her, and I'm really excited for her.
Well, Skye, thank you very much for your time. Always a pleasure speaking to you, and hopefully see you at the Paris Olympics soon.
Thank you. See ya.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.